Welcome back to the Team to Beat Miami Heat basketball channel. The Miami Heat have been monitoring the John Collins situation with the Hawks amid the February trade deadline, which is coming up in just 3 days. So at the moment, John Collins is still a member of the Atlanta Hawks, but this could change within the next few days, with the 25-year-old once being linked to move away from the Atlanta Hawks ahead of this trade deadline. And the Miami Heat have been considered a possible landing spot for Collins, and with the moves of Kyrie Irving going to the Mavs and like Rui Hachimura going to the Lakers, the Miami Heat are running out of potential options that can make a big impact on this team. They have a lot of other pieces that they can trade for, which I'll talk about in other videos. But an anonymous Eastern Conference executive just a few weeks ago recently talked about Miami's chances of landing Collins, who himself has been rumored to be on the radar of many other teams like the Utah Jazz, for instance. This exec said that the Heat face a tough battle in their desire to bring in the 6'9" power forward John Collins to South Beach. John Collins, the Heat are one of the teams that will be watching this situation very closely, but they probably need more young assets to send back. So the Heat don't have the assets potentially that the Hawks might want for him. And the Heat still have a huge, massive hole at the four after losing PJ Tucker last year. They've been playing Caleb Martin, who's undersized. He should be Jimmy's backup as a backup small forward, but he's been doing okay in the starting lineup so far this year. But he's severely undersized, not as tough or as impactful as PJ was at that position last year. So, Collins has seen his usage much lower this season. He's kind of struggled a little bit with his shot. So I think this is a good opportunity for Miami to try to buy low and try to put a nice piece, a young piece who's the same age as Bam Adebayo, next to him, who could spread the floor. So again, even with future draft picks included, it's hard to imagine the Hawks having the appetite to take on likely matching salaries, because John Collins just recently signed his I believe 5-year extension with the Hawks. So if we want to trade for him, then the Heat need to include someone like Kyle Lowry, who's making $28 million and $33 million next year, or Duncan Robinson, who has around $60 or $70 million left on his contract, his 5-year deal that he got. So one other way the Heat can match for Collins is by sending over Vic Oladipo, maybe Caleb Martin, and Dwayne Dedmon with multiple draft picks. I would assume you can get away with one first round and maybe a couple second round picks, but if that's the case, then I don't know if we could pull it off without doing the 2 first round picks by sending like an Oladipo or a Caleb Martin and Dwayne Dedmon. I don't think those assets move the needle for them. So yeah, I think I would be okay with John Collins coming to the Heat. I think we need another power forward who can play next to Bam, who could kind of spread the floor, who's a good rebounder, who is a decent shooter as well, has a good, decent post-up game. So I wouldn't mind seeing him in a Miami Heat uniform. So please let me know what you guys think about John Collins. I know the Heat are desperate to make a move. Us Heat fans are desperate for them to make a move. So I would be completely open-minded to have John Collins on the Heat. So thanks again for watching the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.